Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Today we have brought up and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Biden's cabinet to tout economic accomplishments ahead of debate. Biden offers path to citizenship to spouses of U.S. citizens. New York Appeals Court declines to hear Trump's challenge to gag order in hush money case. Trump legal advisors Jenna Ellis and Boris Epstein plead not guilty in Arizona fake electors case. U.S. heatwave sets records in central northeast states. Eid Jamaat celebrated in Virginia. Eid Jamaat celebrated at Turkish bathhouse in Mahir, Maryland. Justin Timberlake arrested on DWI church in Hamptons told police I had one martini. Israeli forces deepen Rafah invasion, kill 17 in central camps. Rohingya have nowhere to flee in western Myanmar fighting. Vladimir Putin receives a warm welcome in North Korea. And New Zealand rugby star Connor Garden Bachop dies at 25 after medical event. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Joe Biden's cabinet is traveling across the country this week to highlight how the administration is working to reduce costs for Americans. This effort comes ahead of the first presidential debate between Biden and former President Donald Trump. 18 cabinet members and senior White House officials will hold over 25 events in 15 states, including key battleground states like Georgia, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, and Pennsylvania. For example, Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm will talk about lowering energy costs in Las Vegas and Reno, Nevada. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will discuss ways to reduce housing costs in Minnesota. Acting Labor Secretary Julie Su will address boosting workers' wages in Georgia. Officials will also speak at various conferences such as the Communications Workers of America and the U.S. Conference of Mayors. This nationwide tour aims to convince voters that Biden's policies will help the economy if he is re-elected. They will focus on actions taken to lower costs for food, student loans, and health care, areas where Republicans have often disagreed. President Joe Biden announced a major plan to help hundreds of thousands of immigrants in the U.S. illegally who are married to U.S. citizens. This move offers a path to citizenship and stands in contrast to his opponent Donald Trump's plan for mass deportations. The program will be available to about 500,000 spouses who have lived in the U.S. for at least 10 years as of June 17. Around 50,000 children under age 21 with a U.S. citizen parent will also qualify. These actions will promote family unity and strengthen our economy, the White House stated. Biden's plan allows spouses and children to apply for permanent residence without leaving the U.S., avoiding long processes and family separations. If granted green cards, they can eventually apply for citizenship. Those with serious criminal records or who are security threats will not be eligible. This program shows Biden's commitment to a human immigration system differing from Trump's herding stance. The rollout will begin in the coming months, with most beneficiaries expected to be Mexicans, according to officials. The New York Court of Appeals has decided not to hear former President Donald Trump's appeal of the gag order in his hush money case. The court dismissed the appeal, stating that it didn't involve any significant constitutional questions. This means the gag order from state judge Ewan Merchant remains in place. Trump is barred from attacking witnesses, prosecutors, jurors, court staff, and their families, including the judge and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Trump's lawyers argued that the order restricted his free speech during his presidential campaign, especially concerning two key witnesses, his former lawyer Michael Cohen and adult film star Stormy Daniels. The DS office defended the order, saying it was necessary due to Trump's history of making threatening and inflammatory comments. They noted that his remarks had led to death threats against Bragg and his staff. Trump can still ask the court to reconsider the case within 30 days. He previously sought the appeals court's intervention in May before being convicted of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Jenna Ellis, a lawyer for Donald Trump during his 2020 campaign, pleaded not guilty on Tuesday in Arizona's fake electors case. She and 17 others face charges of forgery, fraud, and conspiracy for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 election results. All 18 defendants have pleaded not guilty. Ellis had previously pleaded guilty in a Georgia election interference case involving Trump. Trump advisor Boris Epshteyn and 2022 Senate candidate Jim Lemon also pleaded not guilty in virtual court appearances. The charges stem from an incident where 11 Trump supporters signed a certificate claiming to be Arizona's electors despite Joe Biden winning the state. The Arizona GOP documented this event and sent the certificate to Congress and the National Archives. Other prominent figures charged include Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows. Ellis was a senior legal advisor to Trump and has faced legal consequences in multiple states. She expressed deep regret during her 2023 guilty plea in Georgia. Ellis was also censured in Colorado and had her law license suspended for 3 years. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. US cities are breaking decades-old temperature records as a heat wave stretches from the central to eastern parts of the country. The National Weather Service warns that this could become a deadly event. Around 80 million people from Indiana to New England are under heat advisories or warnings. New York Governor Kathy Hochul activated the state's Emergency Operations Center due to high temperatures expected until the weekend. Syracuse hit 94 degrees Fahrenheit on Monday, breaking a record from 1994. Hochul emphasized this is a deadly event. New York City is opening cooling centers and will open beaches and public pools early for the Juneteenth holiday. Mayor Eric Adams warned that heat waves can be life-threatening if not prepared. In Chicago, city workers are helping homeless people find shelter from the heat. Chicago hit 97 degrees on Monday, breaking a record from 1957. The heat index reached 105 degrees. Detroit, Philadelphia, and cities in New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Maine are also expected to see record temperatures. Meteorologist Mark Shannard noted that this early heat wave is unusual and dangerous as people are not prepared. This year in Virginia, a special Eid gathering brought together a large number of the Muslim community. Everyone joined in to perform the Eid prayers and prayed to Allah for peace and well-being. Sarafat Hossain Babu reported this event from Virginia. This year, the Turkish Bathhouse at Mahir's Turkish American Community Center hosted a special Eid celebration attracting many from the Muslim community. Everyone came together for Eid prayers, asking Allah for peace and well-being. The chief imam shared the Eid message, spreading joy and unity among the participants. In his speech, he called for the Muslim community to stay united and reminded them of Islam's core messages of peace, love, and compassion. After the prayers, attendees exchanged Eid greetings, shared their joys and sorrows, and spread the festive cheer. Mahir's Turkish American Community Center serves as an important social hub, promoting brotherhood and unity within the local Muslim community. Reported by Jahangir Kabir Babu, this gathering highlights how such events are not just religious ceremonies but also create strong social bonds among immigrant Muslims, bringing everyone together. The Muslim community at Mahir celebrated this special day in a joyous and festive atmosphere. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Justin Timberlake was arrested in the Hamptons after failing sobriety tests, police said. The pop star, identified as a 43-year-old from Tennessee, was pulled over for driving through a stop sign and swerving. Officers noted he had bloodshot eyes, smelled of alcohol, and struggled with speech and balance. Timberlake claimed he had only one martini and refused a chemical test. He was released without bail after arraignment. Timberlake had been dining at the American Hotel in Sag Harbor before his arrest. The historic hotel, dating back centuries, reopened in 1972 and is known for its extensive wine selection. Timberlake's arrest comes amid ongoing scrutiny over impaired driving incidents involving celebrities. Now it's time for global updates. On Tuesday, Israeli airstrikes killed 17 Palestinians in 2 refugee camps in Gaza. Israeli tanks also moved deeper into Rafah, a city in southern Gaza where many people had already fled. Heavy bombing from tanks and planes hit various parts of Rafah, and residents reported that the city was being destroyed. Palestinian health officials said many people had been killed, but rescue teams couldn't reach them. The Israeli military claimed it was targeting militants and had killed many gunmen in Rafah but did not comment on the deaths of the 17 Palestinians. In central Gaza, airstrikes on two houses in Al-Nusayrat and Al-Bureij refugee camps killed 17 people. The conflict began on October 7 when Hamas militants attacked southern Israel, killing around 1,200 people. Since then, over 37,400 people in Gaza have died and many are homeless. Attempts to arrange a ceasefire have failed, with Hamas demanding an end to the war and Israel insisting on the release of hostages. In Myanmar, tens of thousands of Rohingya Muslims are in danger as fighting intensifies in the western region. The Arakan army, seeking autonomy for Rakhine State, told residents in Mangdo, where many Rohingya live, to leave before an attack. The UN Human Rights Chief expressed deep concern, noting the Rohingya have no safe places to go. The Rohingya have faced persecution in Myanmar for years. Many fled to Bangladesh after a brutal crackdown in 2017. Now about 70,000 Rohingya in Mangdo are trapped as the conflict escalates. The Arakan Army's actions are part of wider fighting against Myanmar's military government, which seized power in a coup last year. The situation is dire, with civilians caught in the crossfire and no clear resolution in sight. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Vladimir Putin has arrived in North Korea for a summit with Kim Jong-un, marking his first visit since 2000. The Russian president was welcomed with banners and flags aiming to strengthen ties amid global concerns. This visit follows their meeting in Russia last year, highlighting their shared stance on international isolation and sanctions. Putin praised North Korea for supporting Russia's actions in Ukraine and resisting decades of US pressure. The summit is expected to include discussions on security cooperation and economic aid. However, the US and NATO have raised alarms, fearing potential military implications for Ukraine and the Korean Peninsula. Despite these concerns, both leaders are set to sign agreements enhancing bilateral relations, possibly involving trade and technology exchanges. The visit underscores evolving geopolitical dynamics in Eurasia amidst ongoing global tensions. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 17,967.85. The NYSE Composite is increased by 65.60 points or 0.37%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,482.11. The Nikkei 225 is increased by 379.67 points or 1.00%. Shanghai stock close price is 3030.25. The Shanghai index is increased by 14.36 points or 0.48%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,915.55. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 20.57 points or 0.11%. Bombay stock close price is 77,301.14. The Sensex index is increased by 308.37 points or 0.40%. Let's have a look on today's sports story. New Zealand rugby star Connor Gordon-Bachop tragically passed away at the age of 25 due to a sudden medical issue, as announced by New Zealand Rugby. He was well known for playing with the Highlanders and the Maori All Blacks teams. The exact nature of his medical condition hasn't been disclosed. Rugby organizations and officials expressed deep sorrow and pledged support to Gordon-Bachop's family during this difficult time. He was praised as a talented player and a beloved teammate known for his energy and positivity on and off the field. Gordon-Bachop leaves behind twin daughters and was cherished by his family as a loving father, brother, and son. Christchurch police confirmed they responded to his sudden death in Fendalton, but no foul play is suspected. His family has a strong rugby background, with his father, Stephen, and Uncle Graham both being notable rugby players. His late mother, Sue Gordon-Bachop, was also a respected athlete in rugby, basketball, and field hockey for New Zealand. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Biden's cabinet to tout economic accomplishments ahead of debate. Biden offers path to citizenship to spouses of U.S. citizens. New York Appeals Court declines to hear Trump's challenge to gag order in hush money case. Trump legal advisors Jenna Ellis and Boris Epshteyn plead not guilty in Arizona fake electors case. U.S. heat wave sets records in central northeast states. Eid Jamaat celebrated in Virginia. Eid Jamaat celebrated at Turkish bathhouse in Mahir, Maryland. Justin Timberlake arrested on DWI Church in Hamptons told police I had one martini. Israeli forces deepen Rafah invasion, kill 17 in central camps. Rohingya have nowhere to flee in western Myanmar fighting. Vladimir Putin receives a warm welcome in North Korea. And New Zealand rugby star Conor Garden Bachop dies at 25 after medical event. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jado TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.